There it is. It's starting to loose. All right. Yeah, it's all right if this one gets damaged, but not the ones above it. This is just, I mean, it's like glued down to what's underneath. It does not want to come up.
There we go.
All right. So I'm not sure what was making it stay. Here's its nail holes. Here's the ones above it. Those are all pulled. So, all right. Well. Okay. So now we're gonna stick this new one back in here. We found the closest match that I could as far as these 3 tabs and what's available anymore for you, Mrs. Hill. So that's really kind of non-factor here. We're more so looking at the condition here, the shingles. And again, you saw how difficult that was, just how carefully I had to be pulled out to get it to come out. It's crazy. All right, so there's our shingle back in place. All right, so we got our shingle back in place there. We're gonna put these nails back in it and then the row above it. So we're gonna have to take a look kind of at all of it. Grab my hammer. We'll try to use this roof snake to be, as gentle as possible with it. And I'm actually going to give an example with and without it, because I do think that there is a difference for sure. So anyways, here we go. We got our wrist snake. A lot of times we see trouble getting this to hit these nails in flush, but we'll make it work. I'm going to need this now. I thought I was going to hand nail them. All right. Try not to damage the roof with this tool. Sometimes that's inevitable with just the design of the tool. So that's flat and flush, but again, you can see just because of this tool and how it has to be done, it's going to end up hitting that roof. So you can see the little bit of an impact mark there that's there after the fact. So that's why I personally don't like using that to go back with them. Now, if I go back without it, I do have to bend this at some sort of an angle to be able to not hit this when I'm doing that. So some roofs, it doesn't really affect them when you're done doing that, but some roofs it really does. So there, that roof, that's flat. You come back and look at this now after the fact. It's in relatively decent shape. You might not be able to say the same for the ones up here because they still have the nail driven in this. These have a nail taken out already. So maybe you use both on the roof for each repair. But personally, this is definitely a lot easier. I don't have to worry about hitting my hand while I'm holding that tool. Boom, done. So again, there's not going to be all right there. And we'll come back and show you after the fact with the paintbrush and kind of show you what's still there versus what's not. To go back in the shingles above, and we'll reevaluate here, and then we'll be down to show you the results. So we'll go back through our same nail holes. That'll make it a little bit easier here. Should be good. It's not lined up there for this one. Oh. Okay. So on this one, I was hoping to be able to use this tool, but the nail holes are not lining up, and it's a little bit too deep for this tool. So it's, you know, it's great if we can use it, but if we can't use it, we got to be smart and not try to force it. This one it's going to work out okay on, I believe. All right. Again, we do have an impact mark there a little bit. That's flush though. Maybe save that from being bent a couple more times. The main thing I do want to point out, so we're getting this shingle back. It's looking like, you know, obviously, if you're just looking at how it looks after the fact, you might say, oh, this is fine, there's nothing wrong. And you know, you can think that too, but really what happened here throughout the process of us having to pull this shingle out and unseal all these other tabs is now these tabs are never going to seal again because of that material transfer that we saw there underneath. So basically what it leaves you with, Mrs. Hill, is you know, you're gonna have more repairs down the road here, and a continual problem until it's just replaced. So basically, you know, by having those shingles come up with that material transfer here, which we'll get some photos more of this too. So it's on 4 here on this tab, it's on this tab here, it's on this tab as well. So it's just something that you're seeing on every tab that's unsealed. It's one of those things, again, you're gonna have again, that tab too. You know, I would need to check that shingle for that. But so next shingles you're gonna see issues with is right here, two shingles above the one we just replaced. And it's gonna be a constant problem up the roof. So if that's something that you're willing to accept, we can go ahead and continue with replacement of the rest of the shingles that needed up here. But if not, we'll need to talk about kind of what the next steps will look